Hey guys, getting logged in here. We'll get her kicked off. For those of you live, thank you for tuning in. For everybody else watching this as a VOD, hey guys, Brozan here. We're doing boating stuff today. Big surprise, I know. It is what we do, what we're known for. I had a good run yesterday. Did learn that if I'm going to do over an hour stream, I need to add more spyglasses to my kit. So we're going to work on that real quick. We already run 5, but we're going to add 6 and hit a resupply here. Hope everybody's having a good morning. Let's see here. Magic arrow myself in the face. Re-equip my weapon. Oh, I need to level death this morning. Damn it, that's going to be expensive. Let's handle that, I suppose. I need to see how many cores I need. 30 cores, 8 distills. Surely I've got the distills. Item type, death. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That was 9, but whatever. Cores, death. I've got 15. I need 15 more. We'll see if I've put any on my shelf by accident. D, B, C, D. Death, none. Alright. Now we're going to go to our handy dandy portal.uooutlands.com. You guys can't see that. I apologize, but I don't want to share my full monitor this morning. Vendor search. Search. Death. Aspect core. I wish you could specify a quantity. Show map. Alright. Copy that location to our game client. God, I love that. That is so nice. Locate. Do 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 do. Where's my arrow? There it is. Open containing bag. Buy. How much would it be to buy the stack? Because we're gonna need them. I just buy the stack. And home we go. Little that. Put all the extras in the book. Add all in backpack. Shift gate to get our buff. Confirm. Eject. Hope y'all doing good this morning. Man, I was not wanting to wake up this morning. It's been a good morning, but the getting up aspect of it was rough. We'll actually fight this lizard man real quick. What the hell? Oh my god. That's why we were having issues with spyglasses last run. We need to load up our crafter and make more spyglasses. Nothing like a little multitasking while we kill that boat. Let's see, go back to this screen. Pew pew pew. Alright. It's funny it doesn't auto switch screens for you guys. I apologize. I'm looking at my other screen that has my spyglasses on it. I can watch myself killing that lizardman though. Making agapi spyglasses. Begin. Make sure it's actually working. I don't have the resources. What resources do I have? Goodness. I gotta buy We're not doing a shopping episode this morning. I gotta buy freaking ingots or mine. I might actually mine later. Let's see. Jump back to my boat. Set this to accuracy. Sink this. I should have bombed that. Stop it. Couple seconds here. Hive ship's actually decent value. Oh, it's not in a good spot for us. Let's drive on out. Why Agapite instead of Everite? With the changes to Spyglass, where exceptional actually matters, and that came in about a year ago, it's less well, you get 4 extra tiles for every tier, 3 to 4 extra tiles for every tier, but you have to craft exceptional now. And crafting exceptional Averite isn't in my wheelhouse. I don't have all those links and stuff that you need to reliably craft Averite spyglasses. So I do Agapite or Verite, just depending on which one I have stocked. And I don't have any gold on my crafter right now. I had moved a bunch of gold around. Hey, look at that. I'd moved a bunch of gold around, and so I can't do shopping on the other screen. I got to do it on this character. Tradesmanship of the line. Nothing else nice on glass. Always micro your tradesmen. Oh, for crying out loud. We do not want to just be shot by that thing the whole time, so we're going to move. We have to move anyway because we don't want those guys shooting their stupid bombs at us. 1 second here. Got to get back in range so he'll stop moving. Should be able to get on this with bone shot now. I should I was talking instead of doing. I very much should have microed out of that damage. Oh well. What is done is done. It is what it is. Yeah, we aggroed that boat again. Figured that would happen, sadly. Scourge didn't go off automatically. Yeah, I didn't like that change either, but I understand why it was changed. So Luthien has always had an issue with the humanoid ships. It's the only place in the game where you fight good guys. You know, a tradesman, a fisherman. Why am I killing these people? I'm a hero, you know? So it's the only part of the game where you fight NPCs that are good guys. And so by changing it to aggro, he fixed that, we'll call it. We gotta double bomb this. Ah, yeah, should have known that was gonna happen. Alright, bomb goes off. Other bomb. Love tap. Start a repair. We got nothing good on glass. We just make our way this way. Go back to sales. Reload. There we go. Oh man. Been farming a decent amount lately. I forgot to change back into Death Aspect. I went and I leveled it and I didn't change back into it. We'll just keep leveling Eld. Eld's important too because we use it on our book on our other build. Set to sales. Get away from him. I don't mind the humanoid ships being aggro. What I hate is the humanoid ships throwing those stupid hull-breaking bombs. This is going to be a 4-shot kind of deal. That's sails. Those bombs. You can't dodge them either. They look like you're dodging them, but they render when they're thrown, and they're attached to your ship. Hey, Boduk. Glad to see you here. I checked out that artist you sent me yesterday. I sent it to one of my buddies. I said, hey, man, go check out this. I think it's Amira. I think that's how you pronounce it. I sent that over to him, and we've been metalhead buddies forever. We worked together and went to college together. Had to tell him about the new band I found. We'll hit this large submerged next. Never loot the carpet tiles. One of the few things I don't pick up. I liked it. It has a, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, yesterday we were talking metal, and Boduk suggested this band to me. It has a very haunting, look at this shit, 41 damage. It has a very haunting, her voice. I liked it. This large will hit with Icebreaker, which is on our Ox. Oh, look at that, a submerged ship of line. Do. Always drink magic resist potions with these things. It is never worth it to not. We're gonna screw off for a few seconds here. I'd like to get a hull repair before I get on that ship, and that'll set us up for a hull repair after we do that ship. There we go. There's our damage. Kill the source first. Always do your scourge. Do. I was listening to Stones this morning. When I'm starting to stream in the morning, I gotta turn down my game capture audio just a little bit. It's loud for me. Where's sound? I must have turned it up recently. Usually it's much quieter. Anyway, while I'm doing all my stuff in the background to start the stream, I turn on the title page of Outlands, and so we've been listening to a lot of Stones lately. So if you hear me humming Stones, just appreciate it. I learned to play guitar as an older individual, and Stones was always one I wanted to play. It's not a hyper complex, but it's more than my old fingers can do. I need to get back into that. It was good. It helped with my RSI of all things, because you're constantly working your fingers. There we go. Sails. Another pot. The world is saving. I always want to say that with like a narrator voice. We're just gonna tank and spank here. That guy's got high wake. It means he's got some infamy. We just blew our cooldowns to our northwest. Better safe than sorry. If you're watching this, better safe than sorry. If he sees us and he comes this way, if he gets within 150 tiles, we have to leave. Because we don't have the cooldowns to fight. Pop rum here. Don't stand by the Sork. They do AoE damage. I bet that's... oh man, he's still here. We might have to go engage him. To the northwest. We'll have most of our cooldowns available. We won't have a flak. I'm not going to sit here and play hide from the orange all morning, though. So we're either going to figure him out or we're going to get a booty here. My ship's in pretty good shape, except for not having flak. Always answer your wife when she texts you. Do 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 do. Sinks to a bomb. We'll go on this ship. Sails. We're just watching our glass religiously right now. Ossuarians are a pain in the ass. Turn off auto attack, and you really want your crew to attack first. There he is on glass again. We're going to go over to him. Yeah, Bo. PvP. I'm not going to play this game of is he going to be aggressive or not. I know that's horrible, but I'm very much in the shoots first crowd. With that high of wake, seeing him from that far away, he's definitely a PvP. He's got some infamy. He's moving. I don't want to spend our whole farm session chasing him either. So he sees us now and he said, you know what? I don't want that smoke either. Let's start this all over again with PvM. Oh, you always have to shoot first. Let me tell you, infamy is what it is, and I don't do sweeps and stuff, so I'll take an infamy or two every day. It's not bothered me at all. I forgot to let my crew attack first. You can tell in the way that I'm getting blasted by these guys. Counterintuitively, Ship of the Lines do not a lot of damage to you. It's got something to do with the way their cannons aim. I don't know. But I feel like I don't have to micro their shots nearly as much as I do even a Carrick. Alright, set this to accuracy. We're going back to using our sales build tomorrow. I like the utility of this build. I do. I really like the utility of this build. When this gets to 0.5, we're going to push bad rations. But man, I miss the extremely reliable 3-shot boards. Bad rations, though, so nice. It reduces the damage I take. People like to use hold fast because it's a 2-minute cooldown. I get that, but hold fast only reduces crew damage taken. And you know what hits you less? NPCs that are dead. You've lost more PvP fights than you've won. I mean, that's fair. Everybody's got to start somewhere, dude. Don't ever feel bad about that. I should have double bombed here. We could farm up or down. I'm gonna farm down today. I'm gonna regret it, I suspect. Oh, hopefully the stream's not just bro. Yeah, look at that. We found a big ship. It's always a risk farming down where I am right now because other people exist. We're going to start out with a rum on this guy. Which side of the ship is he on? He is on the left side of the ship. I'm going to try to pinch him. Morning, boss. Damn it. We got to break his sails so that he can't get away from us. We actually did a really bad turn there. PvP, PvP. Oh, we turned so bad, yo. At least we're killing his crew. AWN is Mega? I think they're Mega. Mega can die. No, don't die, Conrad. Conrad the comrade, don't die. We lost a crew. Man, losing. Hey, look at that. You should eat that, buddy. This guy's been farming a minute. Always hard to see these stupid hatches. I'll just turn on the loot script. Morning, Callan. I like some PvP in the morning. We shouldn't be taking as long as we are to loot this guy. That's a good way to die, but sometimes we just have to. Embark. Pull my crew. We will sink this guy. He had enough dubs on him, and he's Mega. No crew. Go figure. There are a lot of people in Mega that I like a lot, actually, that I chat with regularly. The leadership of Mega is awful. They are not good people. And I hate that, but sometimes that's how you judge people. We're also going to take his loot from this ship. I think I forgot to run my dump script there. I need to take his pouch off of my boat. Might need to relaunch to get our crew back up. I think this takes 2 shots to sink, so we're going to try shooting it instead of double bombing. Do, 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 do. Yeah, well, and here's the thing. Mega's so big, most people don't even know that, you know, like Mongo's the leader. You know, it is what it is. But when it comes to actually being out on the ocean, it puts a death flag over your head. That's just, it is what it is. Outpost. Ossuarian longship. Heavy damage longship. Hey, Simple Soul. Good to see you this morning. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Who is the leadership? Oh, your crazy legs, Callan. Good to know, man. Good to know. It was fun running into you yesterday. Who's the leadership of Mega? Leadership of Mega, there are multiples. They've got a whole council thing. But the one that I always think of is Mongo, and he's a real piece of shit. Just absolute horrible person. He spent months telling everybody I was an alcoholic. Just a bad person. We're healing ourselves here. Pop rum rations. Well, I appreciate you coming to check us out. God, we lag as we push the boarding script. That's always scary as hell. Still searching for that crazy good crew drop. Man, you and me both. I have never dropped a highly valuable crew. Ever. I got one off of a boss's loot one time. It was before Wildlands, so the stats were very different back then. But I have farmed almost 200 million dubs across my characters, and I've never dropped one of those crew that are worth, 15, 20 million. Now I have a lot of good crew. I don't want to pretend like I don't, but I've bought almost all of them. This ship's a double bomber. Oh, we're overweighting. We've got that guy's loot on us. We're just going to shoot this because we got to deal with weight stuff. Always eat your scrolls. Mana drain. That's a good one, actually. Hopefully that'll help a bit. Where's all these spyglasses? For those of you who tuned in late this morning, Roseanne needs to craft spyglasses. Y'all just mind your own about that NPC spyglass in my pack. That over there. Oh, I swear, it's always something. Have a legendary pilgrim. How much can you sell it for? It depends a lot on the stats on the pilgrim. So if it's all wake, it has some value to some people. If it's all movement speed, it's extremely valuable. If it's a mix of stats that don't really apply to the current PvM or PvP meta landscape, then it's really not worth anything. I take that back. All legendaries have some value because they can be used to expedite other crew. Reload here. But yeah, on the whole Mongo thing, he got banned from the Outlands Discord for the way he was talking to a kid. He told him to kill himself. it was a whole fucking mess, and Mega defends him. The loud voices of Mega defend him, I should say. The guys who go hang out in ships PvP. He's just a shitty person. And then Jonah's also a terrible person. Made some really bad racial slurs to one of my good friends. If Mega would clean that shit up, I wouldn't bitch about them ever. Because I totally get, you know, one of the big complaints about Mega is they're spread out all over the ocean. They'll take anybody in. They're trying to make it green. That's the Blue Alliance on the ocean. You know, it's who fuck. I don't like it because it's not my team, but I'd like to win not liking it. Not I don't like it because this is a shitty part of society. We're down a crew, so we got to be careful of crew health here. We'll probably, oh, look at that crew contract. Oh, I think we're going to dock and I almost left my crew on that boat. I think we're going to dock and relaunch to get that crew back. Plus, this is really, really shitty farm out here. Down at one bomb. Always pick up, even though I know I'm going to a dock, always be ready. Morning, Robotech. Hope you're doing well, my dude. We're out of coffee, which makes me sad. I drink these giant mugs. I got little hands, but these are 24 ounces of coffee. And I had to stop drinking as much as I was because it was starting to bother my stomach and whatnot. But it makes me very sad to not drink my coffee. 2.25 wake and 1.5 speed. That's actually good roll simple. I don't know the exact value of that. Go over to ships PvM, ships-PvM on the official Discord and get one of the guys who appraise crew to look at it for you. That is a PvP crew. Your tune has started. Harvested a few boards. Nice. I need, oh my goodness. We said we were going to dock. Sometimes we lie. We don't have our icebreaker, sadly. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's PvP time. Apparently that's what this stream is today. This guy's cutting north. I think. No, he's coming right at us. It's Hook. He's red. He's trying to bait us into a bomb drop here. We'll repair hull. This is going to be a war of attrition with hull. Always be healing your crew. Switch this back to accuracy real quick. Oh, God. Back to hull. Fuck me. I'm shaking, y'all. No! God damn it. Ugh. Nah, you piece of shit. Look at him right in the middle of us. We were so close. He docks here. Oh, that was exciting. Hook guy. Oh, thank you for that fight. I don't blame you at all for docking. That my hands, y'all. I shake really bad. I've got a neurological disorder. I don't talk about it. But when my adrenaline flows, I shake extremely bad. And whoo, he's shaking. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. Listen to Wild Legs there, Simple. He said that's easily a 2 mil plus. You hit a good one. You were waiting for one of them NPCs to ram me. Dude, I'd have fucking cried. I wasn't watching my spyglass because I was fucking with this gump down here. And if I'd been watching the spyglass, I would have been driving a lot better. That was a lesson in what not to do. We're going to sit here and repair for a second. That was exciting. That was get your blood pumping exciting. I don't like putting up my ship when it's busted all to shit, because then I just got to repair it the next time I get out there. So we're going to sit here and we're going to repair. I apologize. We will, hang on, while that's repairing, turn on the full monitor here. We're going to look for some agapite ingots. Agap? Oh, it's agapite ingot. What do they cost? Wow, $250 per? Man. I might have to pour ass and go mine. I don't want to mine. We need new spyglasses, though. The run ended up being 220K in a 30-minute run with all the PvP mixed in. That ain't bad. Some of that was acquired. Some of that was borrowed from that AWN? Was it AWN? Yeah, AWN. Click, click, clack. Click, click, clack. I guess I could just make some bronze glasses. I hate losing that, though. I'm going to just make bronze glasses. Just that way I got... You guys don't want to watch me mine. While that's repairing, I'm going to start a crafting queue here on the other screen. Let's share the full screen again so you guys can watch this terribly interesting gameplay. These are tinkering. Spyglasses, bronze to the crafting queue. Craft until 125 exceptional, confirm, recycle non-exceptional. Source is my stockpile, destination is my shelf. Don't have the resources for that. Now we're making bronzies. Swap back to the main screen. Turn that off. Boduk, appreciate you tuning in, man. Hope you enjoyed the stream. Looks like we are full repaired while we got that queue set up. So we will shipping crate and dock our ship. We'll go look at the crew. Usually I only do my crew on Fridays, but since we've got a crowd, where the hell's my main pack? There we go. We'll have to do some fixing of all our junk when we get back. We got that navigator, I wonder. Oh, look at that. We got a good navigator yesterday. Oh, no, that was today. 29 days. I didn't farm this morning. Why is all this stuff? Oh, it is yesterday morning. We didn't check crew yesterday after our stream. So 2.0 move speed, that's actually a good draw. I don't know what they're worth these days, but that one will sell. Expert Pilgrim, junk, bad rolls on it, and a Master Carpenter. This guy's going to be 10% repair cooldown. He's going to be worth like 2 mil. Y'all watch. Nope. Not a terrible one, but not a perfect roll. I've got so many carpenters, y'all. So many carpenters. One of these pouches has a bunch of gold in it. We need to take that out because our script won't pick it up. Run our script. 800K for the 2.0. Nice. Dude, you have no idea how many 2.0 move speeds I've got laying around in boxes. It's awful. Oh, that stuff's damaged, so it didn't go straight on the shelf. We're going to restock a few times from ourselves and fix all these extra bags and crap we have. Resupply. There we go. Get this crate out of our inventory. You mining lumberjacking during meetings today? Oh man, you don't have to. I've got plenty of money. I'm being a cheap ass. And if I'd ever sell anything, I'd be doing wonderful. Ando says he's got a Master 2.0 to sell. That's what I was just talking about. I pulled an 800K crew and I'm like, well, it'll rot on there until I finally do my crew management stuff. All right. We're going to play Brozan's favorite game. It's called Where in the World is Brozan Launching His Ship? We're going to launch from somewhere that's got a 3-minute cooldown. So I apologize. Y'all going to get to not see where I'm launching because I got enough people watching. I got a timer going 2 minutes and 50 seconds on launch. We will, let's see here. We're going to share our full monitor. No, we got to get the game going first. I've been playing this other game in my free time. Absolutely loving it. This is called Legion Bound. Got any exotic baits? I might, dude, if I've got an exotic bait, I'll loan it to you. I probably do. Remind me in a couple hours on Discord, though. So this game is an auto battler. We'll get back to UO in 4 minutes when we know we can launch. I really, really enjoy this game. We're going to start in adventure mode. Start game. This is like a roguelike auto battler. Barracks, that's strength, XP, village. We're going to do the one with strength. And building blueprints. Bottom of old blue, fairly good spawn. Well, now you done told everybody. Oh, that's where all the PvP is going to be at. Crazy. I like auto battlers. I play Hearthstone Battlegrounds all the time. Got the farm blueprint. Go with strength. What's farm? That's stats. Can't afford. 2 minutes till we play UO again. I promise this is a UO stream. Free heroes, shop refresh, and building blueprints in common. We're down to this one. It does make it exciting. I'm already waiting to cool down at a spot. I won't tell you guys where I'm at. If you guys haven't played Legion Bound, it's a very, very fun game. Again, I promise I'm playing UO. I'm just waiting on a launch timer, and you guys don't get to see where I launch. So Legion Bound is $8 on Steam, and it's one of those games where it's got a lot of replay. Skip all that. I don't care about it. Damage. The best offense is the best defense is an extremely strong offense. Oh, higher. Close. Last one, and we're back to UO. Free heroes times 2 and a rare item. That's the one. This guy needs to go where he won't die. Nice. I'll turn it up to super speed. There's not a lot to do. New update on UO looks crazy. Did they just launch something? No. Oh, when they nerfed the piss out of Redline again. Us ocean people had to deal with that a while back. We'll take the priest. Could use a heal in the back line. Chain lightning, something we can cast. And we're back to UO. Save and return to menu. Your current will be saved. I am sure. Oh, Minnie. That makes way more sense. Let's turn off full monitor. We're back to UO. I lost connection on my crafter. There we go. We've got 100 bronze spyglasses created because I'm too cheap to go look for better ingots. We're launching our ship and we'll unhide the screen in just a quick moment. You guys don't need to see where I am launching. I apologize for that. I don't mind it first thing in the morning when there's like 2 of y'all watching, but when we get up to this many, then it's a problem. Look at that. We actually launched into spawn. All right, we're far enough away from it. I used to sing a song whenever I would launch. Where in the world is Brozan launching his ship? Stupid shit. Sails. Give them the old pew pew pew. Tell my crew to actually do their job. We're going to move here so that their aggro will reset to my crew. Go to this guy next. I'll micro that cannon shot just because I can. This 4-shot boarding stuff is not for me, y'all. Love the utility of this build. Love it because I'm going to push bad rations and these guys are barely going to tickle my crew. But actually, we're going to push rum here. Well, bad rations the Ossuarian ship because it's more likely to explode me. Y'all actually, Luthien teased about, I don't know, 8 months ago or so, a auto battler for Outlands. And if he actually does it, I would love it. It's like a monster collecting auto battler. That will be my new play mode for quite a while if it comes out. Drop a bomb and getting gone. We got 50 seconds on our big ability here, so we'll take a little bit of time to drive and then we'll not engage for a second. Back to sails. Oh! We'll wait till about 15 seconds to drive the rest of this. Fuck's sake, a large. You can't kill a large on a galleon. You can force him to dock, but you can't kill him. Mega. You know what else you can do? You can leave, because he's going to call in all of his friends. Yeah, well, that sucks, y'all. That means we're... I'm going to set this on accuracy. He's chasing us. We're going to give him a bit of a good morning here. Chase this, buddy. That's a PvP character. We will not be chasing him. That's how you die. We're just goofing off here because we got to wait on our crew cooldowns now because of this guy. Yuck. He's probably waiting on all of his friends. You can't kill a large because they just run away. When he starts losing, all he's got to do is run away. Yeah, I am too. That's exactly what I'm waiting on. That's why I'm hovering the island so closely here. He's moving in on us. Realistically, if I was not just being frustrated, I would have docked a long time ago here. Hoping to get another shot here. No. But yeah, see the problem with fighting larges? They just keep on ducking and dodging. Now he's going to tell Mommy Mongo. Yeah, we're just going to repair and dock. It was a fun fight. I'm whining because I know that I cannot, literally cannot win it. It takes a huge surprise amount of damage to sink a large who doesn't want to be sank when you're driving at, what am I driving at? 4.6 tiles per second. Marie, if you want to fight, then come back and fight. You ran away. You make it sound like I had any agency in that fight. You attack a PvM ship with a PvP ship, and you know for a fact that you have no fear of sinking. It is what it is, man. It's all content, all fun. Oh. Get some hull repairs here. Click, 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 click. Yeah, it's there. So there's this huge, before Wildlands, and I'm gonna sound like a grumpy old man, a large could win a fight against a Galleon. There wasn't such a like a hit point discrepancy. I mean, look at this shit though. I've got not 8,200 guns and 6,700 sails. It's very hard to sink a Galleon as a large who is fighting back, and it's almost impossible to sink a large as a Galleon because they just have a speed advantage on you, and anytime you deal meaningful damage, then they just leave. Like we saw, is it Mystery? And I'm not ragging on you, man. You came out, you fought, we had a little bit of fun, but it's just impossible to sink each other because it's a war of attrition. If he would have gotten close and stayed close, my crew would have killed his crew. I've got a massive crew advantage, and we're going to go ahead and sink a couple of little ships around our island here just because we're launched. It's a losing perspective for both ships. Oh. He says he didn't call in, I'm safe. That sounds like something I would say if I called in. Get a hull repair here before we jump on this ship. We started this way too late. I'll go do this Galleon next. I don't think I finished that hull repair. I sat there all that time and I think I jumped over because the save messed up my timing in my head. You're probably right. Probably right. This is not a bitch about Mega Stream, y'all. I like everybody being out on the ocean and playing. So please, if we talk about Mega, I'm going to talk about it. But in general, I like seeing all of y'all and bullshitting with all of y'all. And I mean, I'm out here fighting NC and everybody but NKB for the most part. And that's only because they're in my alliance. We've got some other people in the alliance, but there's not a lot of people who boat in the mornings in general that I play with. Let's see. Maybe we should not have shot when we did there. See all those shots hitting the water? That was a terrible, terrible shot. Mr. says, agree on that. You can't sink a large. Might be a bit more even if you had better carps, but you can farm. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I am not throwing shade when I say this. Both of us playing at our optimum, neither ship wins that. Are there any guilds left out there not in a big alliance? Since SOF went to Mega, not really. I'm sure there are. There are probably some guys who aren't in one or the other. Yeah, Devils ended up just being a conglomeration of the people who were done with feds. Hey man, listen, I'll try to hold them a little closer. This is what my hands are looking like right now. I had fun with that. I bitched in the moment because I knew neither one of us was going to die. It's so, anyway, reason a lot of people went to running Carracks was because you can win as a Carrack versus a Galleon, and you still have the escape option as long as you don't let them blow your sails all to shit. Let's see here. Drop a bomb. We've had 3 fights today already. It's been a PvP heavy stream. I forgot to shoot. This tradesman is next. Switch to sales. It worked out that we needed to clean some shit up around the island anyway. Don't sit on tradesmen. That hull damage is significant. I am going to revisit the Mega thing one more time. Y'all see Mister in here chatting, just being a general fun guy to chat with. And that is my experience with 95% of the guys in Mega. I've said it earlier, I have a problem with Mongo because Mongo went out of his way to target me because I've made some posts about drinking beer. It was funny stuff. I was teasing somebody else, and he went out of his way to call me an alcoholic for like 4 months straight. And it was a really shitty thing to do because he wasn't attacking my in-game ability or anything like that. He was attacking me as a person. And it made it to where I didn't want to post my fun evenings out and stuff anymore. You know, something that I enjoy bullshitting with the guys about. And it was back when Matt was still playing, and Matt's parents own a brewery, you know, so I lost the ability to have that fun because of the way he took in-game rivalry and turned it into something not cool. And I mentioned this earlier, people bitch about the whole turning the ocean green thing. That's why Luthieus made it more of a big deal than it ever was for the players. Luthieus gave a shit that it was so hard for people to play if they weren't in an alliance. And I understand, and we're not going to revisit this one because this one's a whole thing, but I understand his reasoning. He was wrong. He'll never admit it, and that's fine. But the player base itself would care that, you know, their side wasn't winning, but they wouldn't care nearly as much about the whole, oh, we broke up our alliance so that we weren't being bad the way the devs said and all this dumb shit. It's a multiplayer game. People play with their friends. Get this guy some heals as we drive over to this tide caller. Oh, complete change of plans as we drive over to this merchant ship of the line. Switch over to sales here. One ship over the line. Get a hull repair in. Here we go. Don't get bombed. We're going to wait on his cannon shot. There it is. I didn't get as close as I should have. That worked out. Gotta switch to accuracy here because we're going to shoot. This one's a very tanky ship. We're going to hit it with an icebreaker here. Their sails are damaged. Yeah, man, I don't want to just keep on that topic. I posted a picture of myself with a beer can and it turned into a whole thing. It's ancient history now. Those guys are banned from Discord because of the way they treated other people. I will say, having been in Ultima Online and online gaming communities for a very long time, I disagree with Owen on some things that he does. We've had very public, very loud arguments, but they have done a wonderful job of moderation on this shard, on their public forums. And especially in the last year, they've cleaned up a whole lot of even the admins themselves. For a while there, they acted a little immature, showing their asses, and they've completely turned that around. The server has always never tolerated, the things we saw in the old UO communities very rampantly. No hate speech, no, you have to be a decent citizen of the world to hang out on this shard social platforms. And I like that a lot. I respect the hell out of the admins for that. So that's no small amount of moderation. To take the people who grew up in the early 2000s online communities, I mean, y'all know what I'm talking about, and moderate that in such a way that it's not a giant shit show. We drank our magic resist pot here. We're just going to tank and spank this one. I don't feel like driving all over the world. Set this to accuracy for our eventual bone shot. I think we glassed something to the east here earlier, so we'll head that way. I didn't post this on Discord this morning that I was live. I should have done that. Pew, 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 pew. Yeah, we didn't mean to loot that scroll. Shit. It is 7:45 Central Time. I leave this computer on Central Time even though I'm in the Eastern Time Zone nowadays, because I work Central Time and I'm really bad about looking at the clock wrong. Let's get a hull repair. We are pretty busted up. Multiple bomb-throwing NPC ships. There he goes. He's down. Oh, I think that ship was to the east. We're looking for some high-value stuff here. There it is. Southeast. These two are stuck together. I'll bet money on it. Yep. We're going to try to aggro the fishing ship first, so we want to come in from the south of it. Switch this to sails. Oh, for fuck's sake. We're docking. That guy's just launching. But the sweep pattern is generally straight north to FS Island, which is where I am. Let's look at my work calendar to see if we got time to set stuff up. Yeah, I've got another hour to play. Do 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 do. All that screwing around and we still made 100,000 dubs. Well, we'll hit that hull repair real quick. Dock ship. We're just going straight back to the house on this one. Is you disarmed? I is disarmed. Hang on, guys. I'm going to mute for a second. Always answer calls from your wife, even if you're streaming. It's very important. All right. Let's see here. Throw this away. We're going to do some land stuff. Find my Necro Echo. Activate. Switch over to the Necro Specco. Fix the aspect, death aspect, eldritch, chain, swap. All right. Do the shelf stuff, restock myself like 600 times to get everything off of me. Resupply. Dump that in there. I think we're going to farm crawl today. That's what we've been doing a lot on this one lately. Pull up Necro book, open hotbar, pets. We're going to run 2 mummies. I back and forth between a mummy and a rag witch, but we're going to do 2 mummies. Roll sanct, flum sanct. Why didn't we do... There it is, Vasuk sanct. Kraul Hive, recall. All follow me. Teleport is your friend. Don't do it too much. I need to get my mana back, but... Teeny tiny heal. The reason you teleport like a drunk monkey is less because of the distance, the speedy distance, and more because of the way mob aggro works. When you teleport, your pets become the main target. Zoom this map in. Plus, you get to skip over stuff that's right in the middle. I have really been enjoying this Necro spec. I I know it's not a meta template. It's not killing stuff as fast as the swords templates and stuff, but it's been a lot of fun for me. We'll kill that guy. These are worth, I think, like 1,200 gold. They're a decent target. I don't need that Codex hotbar anymore. We do need that open. Oh, my bad. Yeah, we'll run through this rim. Less competition for resources. I say as somebody else comes on screen. I don't loot gold. It just weighs you down. Farming session would end in 10 minutes constantly if I did. And you might wonder, why are you looting magic items if you're not looting gold? It's, oh shit, I didn't bring my recycling kit. I always forget that on the first run in. We'll loot up a pack full of magic items before we leave. But let's see if we can aggro one of these. I don't want to. We'll just walk over here. There we go. God damn it. We got one shot, y'all. I swear sometimes. I thought we were in a safe spot there. That was not my safe space. I gotta run all the way back in there. Do all of these here. I need to get up new mummies. Go into death aspect first. We'll try to get our corpse back. If we don't, all we really lose is a buck. Kraul Hive. Do 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 do. I really have been enjoying the dungeon stuff again, though. I didn't enjoy that death, but in general, I've been enjoying the dungeon stuff again. I also forgot to get the crafting stuff to let me disenchant. I love that name, Brass Hopper. I guess I took 2 AoEs at the same time. I think that's how I died there. I thought I was protected. I thought that one would be going towards my mummies. It's a good reminder that you gotta pay attention to positioning. Drink my restore there. All right, one at a time now. Lure him over here. All guard. These guys reflect. Oh, somebody's hitting him. I don't think we did any of that damage. There's a backstabber around here somewhere. Guess not. What's up, Chad? Dungeon, nice to see me out of the water. I'm like a fish out of the water, man. I died before I even got rolling. Oh, I didn't want that gold. Pick up that core. Core's going pouches. Yeah, might as well grab the rest of our junk. Run the old get yourself alive script. I've seen one backstabber on level 3 here, and that's been it as far as other people. I'm sure it's packed. Gonna have to go back and start the stream over. A little PvP. Dude, it was PvP a lot. We were glassing people early. We sank one AWN guy, and then we had a fight with Mystery, a Mega guy. Just a whole lot of banging. It was fun too. It was a lot of fun. Get a new mummy. We saw a lot of ship versus ship battles. What is test? Oh, I would have looted that. I was trying to get past that guy though. What does TES stand for? You guys know that guild abbreviation? I see them a lot. See if I can walk into this AoE. Why is everything half health in here? It's very weird. Oh, hey, that's why it's half health. Backstabbing. I don't care. I've made this observation many times, so I apologize for those of you who watch regularly. I don't like trappers and I don't like backstabbers. I gotta reset for a second here. There's no sense in... There, that died. No sense in taking that damage. We didn't have the mana to keep fighting it. Might as well reset. Get a new mummy. Get up to like 80 and we'll go back in. Play smarter, not harder. Backstabber and Trapper are your two mains. Look, I love the ideas, and I got distracted by running away. I love the ideas of them. The problem is they negate a lot of the gameplay aspects of what is UO. And so a backstabber doesn't necessarily have to worry about defense at all. They can focus entirely on offense. And also they negate all the walking ins and all that important stuff that, and I get it. I'm not against the idea. I'm not mad at you guys for doing it. It's just, it's a problem with game design. The Trapper, I don't like, because Trapper wants a lot of mob density. And so because of the way they're set up, they're designed to be a selfish class. And it doesn't play well with the high density population that Outlands has. The concepts of them are good. I'm not trying to say you're bad for playing them. I'm saying they're not good game design. The Bard suffers from a very similar thing. Hey, Dazzy. Dazzy Diana, thank you. It's just, they're not good game design, in my opinion. It would be like if rogues in WoW were able to constantly move about in stealth and not have to engage with most of the game. Stop it. Well, I needed to clarify too. Robo said he joked about it, but I needed to clarify. I'm not, they don't feel right in a UO setting, and they create design issues. You know, oh my pets don't need healing. So anyway, it is what it is. Just why I don't like them. And I'm sure plenty of people disagree. The invisible player, though, for PvM feels weird. You know, I'm out here fighting. I don't know there's people around here that are farming. He's a robo. At least you didn't RMT. Don't do that on this shard. That's a good way to get in a lot of trouble. I'm not meditating. I am not playing optimally right now. Very not heads down. I'm glad you got most of your shit back, though. That's good. Did you see the Robo? I don't know if you're still around, but did you see the changes to iDocs recently? They removed iDocs completely from the game. You talk about a lot of people not happy with that. I'm actually pretty okay with it. iDocs always felt weird because it's a huge wealth transfer. Oh, here we go. That one felt good. Almost pushed reload. We've been out on the ocean a lot lately. No, actually, you haven't been out too long. There is a vendor in Provalia called the Pawnbroker. You should go see if any of your stuff is on the Pawnbroker. Weird, it happened after you donated. Yeah, it was just happenstance. These guys make so much money from the whales that our small donations don't. They do add up. They matter. But the whales are the ones propping up the financials of the shards. These people who buy houseboats and castles with Prev. We need O to go away. There we go. You're okay. Gunny says you're okay with iDocs, but they should have kept them in game but not announce it. Yeah, if people had to go scout them, the problem with that though is if people had to scout them, you would have people running recall bots that just click signs, and then you'd have to code around that, and it would even more have an ecosystem where one team dominates it. It ended up being just a massive transfer of wealth because, you know, a crew tome drops on the ground and all of a sudden somebody, or not a crew, a link tome drops on the ground and all of a sudden somebody's got 300 million gold, you know? Whereas, you know, I grind this dungeon all morning and I come out of here with 100K worth of shit. Ah! That hurt. Should have let the mummies go in first. We gotta watch their health here. God almighty. Low refunds today. Okay, he does at least. We can get another mummy up pretty quick. Mummy time. Gunny says, didn't think of that. It's mainly one guild that dominates with scripts. Yeah, it was. And it just turned into a huge hassle. I respect their decision to remove them. The Shard has a lot of people that play it right now. We need to meditate for a second here. There are so many people that play Outlands right now. And because of that, and like, it's a good thing. I want my digital world to feel alive. But UO was never designed with this many people active in mind. It's why OSI started with many shards. Those guys were ahead of us. Don't know which direction they went. We'll try north. These dung beetles suck. The spiders not so bad. The dung beetles, I don't even fight them. And so, you know, there's overpopulation issues, and that in turn leads to things. I was going somewhere with this. They've had to dial back a lot of the PvP systems because of it. You know, it's the reason why we have crows in the dungeons and stuff, because established populations struggle more with player versus player because the people who do it don't have anything to lose. What did we get? Oh, we can spawn a boss. And you do it out of a reason to keep playing. And then you get these big bands of reds or ocean PvP, whatever it is, and people are already out here fighting for the few mobs that are spawning. You don't want to put spawn timers up massively because then you have a problem with people getting spawns behind them as they work their way in. And you end up with a situation where the PvP coupled on top of the inability to farm is a very dissatisfying experience for people. And so they've been pushing more the organized PvP events, less. We got to be careful here. This guy's definitely going to die. We're in a bad spot here. Need to meditate. We're just waiting on him to die, honestly. Let the disease ticks go for a second. And we'll reset this whole fight. Get up, mummy. Get up a second, mummy. Always cast protection on your mummies. Send them to their deaths. Oh, that got spawned behind us. Are we meditating? We didn't kick off the meditate script. That figures. We want to get to about 60. Really, we're waiting on this timer here when the skill lockout kicks. Goodness, we almost screwed that up. Back up a little bit. I don't know why I didn't just reset like I should have. Get this guy dead, get 2 mummies up, and then go from there. right, skill timer's up. We're going to use our Mind Blast script here so that we can just dish out some chain damage. Uh-oh. We needed to kill him so that we could use this area to get our mummies. Heal, protection. Nice research mats. We're gonna take a second. We're gonna full reset. We're gonna meditate up before we go further. Check work while we're at it, since it is technically the work day now. Make sure I don't have anything important. I do not. All right, here we go. Want these guys aggro. Aggro, baby, aggro. Are there guilds new players should avoid? No. There are new player guilds that are very good at helping new players get started. I've been in the guild I'm in forever, and so I know the people that I interact with a lot, and it's almost entirely based around the ocean. So I will say confidently that if you're looking to get started, you should go out in the new player channels in Discord. There are amazing people that help everyone get started. They will point you to a good guild. They'll point you to a good spec to get going. Very, very good people out there. And I respect the hell out of the community around Outlands. We have some of the most helpful people in this community that really just have a love for the game and want to show you how to succeed in it. It helps a lot too that a lot of the bad things like scamming are actively... What is this guy? Colossal Swamp Butt. Is he gonna throw dung at me? I should probably be running my Mind Blast script for this guy. Oh well, it seems to be working. We will not ever go up into these rooms. That's just a good way to... They have very high magic resist up there. You like the people here, really only once you started, a guy invited to his house and killed you. Oh man, that sucks. That's kind of a scum thing to do. There's no value in killing a player on this shard either. Like, even on the ocean, when I get your kit, there's not a ton of value in it. Not as somebody who's established. I do hate that happened to you, though. Calvos Flam! My script isn't going into meditation like it should. I need to just blast this guy down instead of sitting here. In general, though, very, very helpful community, very good people. Lots of people that'll give you a kit to get started and stuff, too. Not that I encourage people begging, but, you know, there's a lot of people who do that stuff, too. Man, we are sitting in great spawn this morning. Good for just farming it up. We're at 384 weight. Probably need to stop looting magic junk since we don't have our recycling kits on us. Nice proc here. We do huge damage when we proc because of this innervated. Another mummy. Mummies are very disposable. I said I was going to quit looting junk, and then I went right back to looting junk. Go, aggro. Wish there was a way to do all kill without it causing an aggressive action from my player. It's better that you can't, but doesn't mean I don't want it. Odai's here. Meditation. I love the music. You guys can't hear the music. I turned my sounds down. Let's turn sounds back up a little bit. Get a little background music this morning. There. All right. Colossal swamp butt. Yeah. We aggroed 2. And we only have 1 mummy. You know what? Sometimes your mummies just die. That's okay. Snap release. Vendor plate armor. Yeah, that's 400 gold. Yeah, some people just want to be assholes and see the world burn too. Get those 2 up. But most people, I'm going to turn that down a little bit. It is too loud. Most people on this shard are good people. I knew we were going to take that. Knew better. That's all this spawn again. And this guy hurts my mummies really bad. At least we're getting a ton of refunds. Once he dies, we got to get new mummies. Huh. We ended up procking too. Ah, dang it. Stop the scripts for a second here. Parkour whiz! These guys have high armor. They're fun mind blast targets. It's funny, a lot of us who've been playing a long time, like I've been playing UO for almost 30 years now. And, you know, there was a way of playing back in the day that we don't really play the same today. Because it was, you know, we played to win back in the day. We cheated. We ran easy UO scripts, and now it's all, I mean, I'm streaming, teaching you guys how to boat and stuff, you know. I'm not the same person I was back then. Sacrificial mummy, Gunny says. Yeah, dude, my mummies are sacrifices. I run 80 spirit speak on this build just so that they got a little bit of tank going on. You were a saint, yeah. Fucking saint. We had a friend, Robo and I used to play UO like seriously 27 years ago. And we had a friend, we'll call him JKB. This guy convinced a guy that he was female. JKB pretended to be a woman and had this guy drive 3 states over to meet him. While he was driving, dry looted his house in UO. We were shitheads, is what we were. Oh man, I wrote it. So I'm going to tell this story because there's like 12 people watching right now, and you know, hopefully this one doesn't get out in the VOD. And I don't use my old gamer tag because when I came to Outlands, I wanted to disassociate myself from something that I did with EasyUO. I wrote a lot of EasyUO scripts for the EasyUO community. Well, in one of them that was used by a lot of people, I'm not going to tell you which one because then you could just go look up who I was back then. In one of them that was used by so many people, I put a line of code that if it saw because EasyUO could read chat. Thank God this Outlands doesn't let you read chat with scripts. If it saw a line of code, a line of chat, it would drop your chest plate and your weapon on the ground. And so it was hidden, and this was all, it's like Python code. You know, this is hard to understand code. And so I obfuscated it in the middle of stuff, and it wasn't something you would encounter in just regular gameplay. It was something that I actually had macroed to a key. And so I'd be out in the wild on UO playing, and I'd see somebody that, you know, through the tell of their behavior, I had a pretty good guess that they were using my script, and then I would push my hotkey that would say that crap in chat. We want to fight this guy. We don't want to fight this guy. So all follow me's. We'll kill this guy, maybe, because I hate him being alive over there. He does that stupid little AoE spikes. Anyway, that line of code made me very hated in the community. And so I decided I needed a new persona when I started playing Outlands. Then I got on Outlands and I wrote the boat bot. The boat bot was so fun. That was an era all in and of itself. I spent way too much time developing and maintaining that thing, but goodness, that was fun. Used to trick players in Tibia into using a transformation rune and hand him an AoE rune. Oh no! Yeah, man, it's those stories that, you know, we did that back in the day, and now you kind of feel bad about doing it as we've gotten older. That's amazing, though. That's good shit. I was part of a community called Ask Chopper, and one of the infamous, we gotta stop looting, I keep saying it, and then I don't. Yes, we see you hive minding. On Ask Chopper, there was an infamous scam called the Vesper dupe, and it was a play on words because the Vesper dupe was duping the player. It was not, you know, you would think it's duplicating items. You would get these people who would come to the site, never been there before, and they'd see the Vesper dupe, and somebody from the site would say, oh yeah, I'll show you how to do it. And then you would go in the Vesper bank and run them through this whole, you know, witchcraft setup. And then, you know, you would pretend to duplicate something for them. You tell them, you know, put 20,000 gold in this chest, now do this other thing. And, oh shit, we needed a mummy here. But you would essentially pretend like the dupe worked the first one or two times, and then you would just hide you would have a third character or a second character hidden there, and you would recall, like actually recall away, you know, and on your hidden character you would watch them, and whenever they would try to duplicate something that was actually valuable, you would steal it with your hidden character. Hey, you know, we didn't feel bad about doing that because it's people trying to cheat. House sale scams. Oh, God, dude. Yeah, house sale scams were bad because you're talking about millions and millions of gold. And I say bad, I'm sitting here talking about doing bad things, but they were definitely not player friendly. Run our restock script here. Robo and I used to do a thing called bank sitting. You would go, hang on, let me pay attention to what I'm doing for a second. Restock. I needed a clean restock. We'd do what we called bank sit or in sitting. It wasn't bank sitting. Bank sitting's a social thing everybody did. Oh, release. In sitting was people early in OSI. They didn't all have houses, and so you wanted to transfer stuff between your characters. You needed the instant log, and so a lot of people got this idea that I can run into an inn, go hide in a corner, drop it on the ground behind a bed or something, log out, log into the new character, and pick it up. Well, I think Robo's the one who taught me to do it. He got a pair of black sandals. Oh, man. Yeah. Robo said he got a 1 mil check back when 1 mil was worth like $200 on eBay. Yeah, man. It was so fun. We picked up all kinds of stupid shit doing that. We all were little shitheads, but I was like 15 when I started playing too. I'm 41 now, so 41 minus 27, 28, whatever that is. It was so fun though. We need to teleport across this. We don't want to take damage from all this shit. Grasshopper. Still love that name. Once again, we have forgotten our damn recycling stuff. Shows how often I do dungeon stuff. If it doesn't come off of my shelf, I 1,000,000% forget this shit. Do 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 do. That guy's right at the entrance. I did a video, guys, a while back. If you're watching me pew 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 this and you're like, damn, I wish I could cast spells that good. I actually did a video going over how I wrote this script and what it does. Never sold in-game stuff for real-life money. Did that on Asheron's Call. Dude, I wouldn't do it on Outlands because RMT will get you banned, and I've got too much invested in my characters. On OSI, I sold for real-life money. I sold a house once. I sold a shit ton of SOS loot. That's something Robo and I did in college. Made like $500 or $600 just on the side with my playtime. I sold an EverQuest account once. I sold an EverQuest account that was one of the first time-geared shaman. No, it was an enchanter. I played a shaman after. Got sick of raiding. I made $2,500 as a teenager off of that. It was such a big deal to me at the time. I needed that money. Bought my car. Part of that deal, actually, of selling the enchanter. God, motherfucker! I don't even know what hit me. I took 85 damage. 85 damage, just pew. Why no Arcane Mage? It's expensive. I spend all my money on boating. I'm enjoying the Death Mage. I like doing off-aspect stuff. 85 damage. We can't fit wrestling into this template, and I think that was a special anyway. Those guys were right on top of me. I bet I'm looted. Resupply. Put that in there. We're actually grabbing our recycling stuff. Look at us remembering. Mummies. Do we have a food buff going? We do. Second mummy. I'm going to answer my wife's text real quick, y'all. Very important that we answer text. I'm going to have to get gas today, period. I'm not looking forward to it. All right. Back to Kraul. Back to the run-in again. Y'all get to watch it. I would like to try Arcane Mage. I've never built one. And I've been doing the death thing because I enjoy the play style. Oh, I decided when I came back to Outlands that I was going to do two things differently. I was playing way too much Ocean when I quit last time. And so I said, I'm going to play Dungeons. And the second thing I said was I'm going to play off-meta strong builds. So like this build double dips with disease and does a lot of damage because disease is a straight multiplier to my damage. I actually do as much disease damage as I do spell damage. And then I made a poison Dexter template that I don't play terribly often. Wow, everything is spawned. And it's also off meta. It's built to do really big poison stings. I made a spell bard and a summons bard. Just stuff that people don't play a lot. Because there are a lot of builds on this server right now, this build, that work great. I was farming with tier 7 death aspect on this, not having an issue. That guy sucks. I'm going to try to skip him. We're going to have to fight 2 here because we're skipping him. We can't lure one back. I could go over there and invis and get my corpse, but I'd rather kill this guy. Do. Should die to the disease ticks. We're not getting good cripples out of our mummies. The mummy cripples are a huge damage modifier. Did I? Oh, I didn't turn on death. I'm like, why aren't the diseases ticking? This is going to be a hot minute. Get all that loot queued up. Ever fuss around with T-mapping? The problem with T-mapping is it's a heavy investment nowadays to get into. The value of the T-maps just sold. Is that snap? That's O. Snap release. Get up this mummy while I talk. If you just sell your T-maps, generally they're more valuable than the loot you'll get. And yes, I know it's gambling to some degree, but you do 150, 200 of them, gambling RNG levels out, you know? And so the problem is the special loot link people are running them, and they're running them for XP as well. Plus, there's been a lot of changes to them lately to reduce the amount of the XP and the automation. It was a very hard game to get into even 2-3 years ago. Now people have it min-maxed to the to the gills. Meditate here. No, missed 2 refunds on flame strikes. That sucked. We're back to good. I've been doing this a little bit lately. We're going to get 2 fresh mummies up. Meditate here. Join me on my dungeon run. I was overly negative about that too, and I feel bad about the way I said that. I shouldn't call things bad game design without having legitimate, thought-out reasons, because Luthien has done a good job on this shard of creating engaging things. I think that they're bad for the other specs. We'll go ahead and get full mana before we engage again. Pew, pew, pew. I love mushrooms. Owen regrets backstabber. Yeah, man. Again, I don't want to go off on a negative tangent here. It just negates too much of playstyle. It's the same problem with peace bards that turn off mobs aggro. But peace bards at least have to invest heavily in it. Backstabbers get damage from their abilities that turn off the aggro. We're going to have to reset here again. We'll just let Snap die. Kill any mob outside of time with no problem. Yeah, man. And people solo bosses with it. Because you go in there, you stab the boss, you run out and smoke bomb, stab the boss over and over and over again. No defense needed. Stealth is our defense. Yeah, it is, but you're not playing the same game everybody else is playing. And also, I don't... Whatever. I keep on about it. I keep saying I'm not going to be negative, then I'm immediately negative. Made it require more stat skill investments. Yeah, I truly believe the bigger problem was just in how stealth is an on or off ability. Mobs don't detect you. There's no skill in using stealth. There's no RNG in it. And there shouldn't be, because stealth, the rogue archetype, they're a whole different thing. It needs to be more active. And I don't have the answer for it. I'm not a game designer. I've just played a lot of games. Silter. Hang on, I got a Discord message I need to check here. All right, and work is still good. We got to swap over to work here pretty quick. We'll drop off the stream in about 10 minutes, so we'll loot some gold. Nice, big loot on that one. We'll met up while I check my wife's text message here. All right. Mummies go. Calvos Flom. I've thought pretty hard about taking the flame strikes out of this, but per damage per second, they're so much better. But I could make a more consistent loop with just Mind Blasts. The problem is I run out of Mind Blast scrolls, and I'm using Inscription. Ah, shit. I wasn't looking at mummies. Yeah, Snap's gonna die, but I wanted to get up 2 mummies there. It is what it is. Alright. Cast Protection. There's somebody in here looting gold, which is weird. Usually all these corpses have a ton of gold on them. Flame strike myself. Do 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 do. Absorbs and redirects. Now we're all screwed on stats. Running away. Need to bless myself. We're gonna just regular cast this, get this guy dead. Watch stat. Watch my mummy there. We're so bad at this game. So bad at this game. Oh man, yeah, resource stockpile. Especially if you had your cores on it. That sucks. It's like they redirect curse always. That's annoying. Alright, let's run our recycler script real quick. Flash that gump. Do, 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 do. Two of them again. Our mummies can tank 2 things. It doesn't mean we want them to. This guy dies to that, so I'll stop here and get a new mummy up. Little heal, little meditation. Bum, bum, bum. A little bit of loot. We didn't get our charge spell there. That sucks. We're luring him away from his buddy. It is 8:45. We're going to call this the last mob. We'll go ahead and run out, and then we're going to end stream. We're going to get enough mana to teleport past some stuff. Start a teleport here. Oh, good. Watch for the oba boba boba boo. Doo-doo. All right, guys. We're going to hit this gate. We're going to hit our house. We're going to dump this loot. Appreciate the hell out of everybody tuning in. Stream was a lot of fun today. A lot of PvP on the water. A lot of just in general fun stuff happening. Had a couple of deaths in Kraul because I'm bad at the game, especially when I'm stuck on land. Appreciate you all. Much love. See you again soon.